Hi. So this video is gonna be about some of my paranormal experiences that I had when I was a kid. I remember that I used to I've always had insomnia. Even right now, I'm like recording this at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's hard for me to sleep at night. I'm a night owl, but ever since I was a kid, I had trouble sleeping. I had insomnia, so I would stay up at night, and I'll be the last one to either fall asleep or I'll just be up all night. And I was always, and the reason is because I was always afraid to fall asleep, because something will always wake me up in the middle of the night, and it was always some crazy shit that would happen to me. Like, I would play a game with my brother and sisters, and I'll tell them whoever falls asleep first wins, loses or whatever. And I always won. Like, and I would like whisper, like call him, like, "Mister, are you up? Are you up?" You know, like, and I'll be sleeping, and I'll be like, "Oh fuck!" Like, every time I went to sleep, this weird thing would happen. Like, I would hear like I don't know if I had a huge, like a very strong imagination, or if it was some demonic shit, because I would like hear all the noises in the house would like combine together, and it'll make a rhythmic noise, like a weird kind of chant, not a chanting, just like a rhythmic noise, like a repetitive, like if somebody was snoring, because my brother used to snore sometimes, and somebody was just making breathing noises, and then the AC went off, and then the kitchen fridge would go off, I would hear like all of the noises would like combine together, and then would make this like this repetitive demonic sounding like chant. It's really hard to explain. That's the best way I could describe it to you. And it always happened. Like, it always happened. Like, it happened like when I was like 5, till I was like 5, until I was in like middle school, till like the 6th grade. So I don't know, not 5, like, yeah, probably like a 5 to like until I was like in middle school. It happened to me like every single night, and it was hard for me to fall asleep, or I was afraid to fall asleep, because it's either that would happen, or I would wake up and I wouldn't be able to move. It'll feel like something was sitting on my chest. And I remember my aunt would tell me that, or my grandma would tell me that happens at her house, and it means that like a demon is sitting on your chest and whatnot. And it scared the shit out of me. And I won't be able to move, you know. I mean, I know what that is now, sleep paralysis, but back then, I was just scared. I just thought there was like demons just trying to get me or whatnot. And I don't know. I think that's what it was. I don't know, because I would, and then if I did fall asleep, I always had dreams about like ghosts. That reminds me of another experience. I'll put that in my next video. If I did fall asleep, I would have dreams about like monsters and like ghosts and stuff like that, like crazy weird shit. And sometimes it would be black and white dreams. I don't know what that means, if they're black and white. They weren't always black and white. Probably like 2 or 3, probably like 2 times they were black and white. But it was like, some of them were black and white. It was scary. And I don't know what that means, but it happened. Like, for example, I heard the noises or whatever one night, and I was wide awake. It was probably like at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I still couldn't sleep. I was probably about like 5 or 6 years old, and like, I was hearing this demonic chanting, like these rhythmic noises, where all the noises combined in the house. And I couldn't sleep because I was so scared of them. And I never knew how to stop it. Like, it just kept going and going and going until, and I would see shit like in the dark. Like, I would see like static basically in the dark. Like, I've always been able to see like energy, I guess it is, and it looks kind of like cobwebs and static mixed together. I don't know how, I mean, that's the best way I could explain it, but at night, the static and the cobwebs would form into shapes and beings and stuff like that when I was younger. And sometimes it still does the same thing, but not as strong as it did when I was younger. And I don't know, like I said, if it was my imagination or some demonic shit or what, or I don't know what it is. But like, yeah, and I seen that shit. And then like, I was just like terrified. Like, I would sweat sometimes, so I would just lay there and listen to the noises, and I would go underneath my covers and try to cover my ears. But it was so loud that it didn't really matter. And it seemed like the more that I tried to stop it, the louder it would get. That's how, like, that's why I'm like questioning, was it like real, or was it imagination, or what? Like, because why would it get louder? Like, why does it need to be heard? Like, anyway. So, yeah, like, that shit happened. And then I was just like, yeah, one night I was like sleeping. The only time it never happened is if I was sleeping with somebody. And if I was sleeping with somebody, it'll happen sometimes. Actually, no, that's not true. I would sleep with somebody and it'll happen still. But it'll be easier for me to go to sleep because I would have somebody next to me sleeping with me. And right now, I'm sleeping alone. So maybe that's why it's harder for me to go to sleep now. Because I've had this problem before where, like, it was very hard for me to go to sleep if I'm not sleeping next to someone. And now that I'm not sleeping next to anybody, it's so hard for me to go to sleep. I can't sleep early. I've always had this problem and it sucks. Usually I always have like boyfriends that sleep next to me at night. And now that I don't have, I've been single for a little bit, it's hard. It really is. But anyway, so like, I'm just thinking about that. Anyway, sorry. No, but like, yeah, there was one night where I was like laying there and I dreamt. I don't know if I was seeing, I think I was seeing my brother's dream. Because I was thinking about him before I fell asleep. Like, if I fell asleep, it was by accident. Because I would try to stay awake on purpose. Because if I did fall asleep while those noises were going on, I always had like a nightmare. So I always tried to stay awake. And if I fell asleep, it's just because I was so tired that I passed out and I don't remember falling asleep. And then the next thing I know, I'll be in a dream. And the next thing I remember is that I saw my brother on a boat with some weird captain dude. And it was black and white. And we were like in the ocean or something. And the noises like added up to like the noises of the boat. Or like, I don't know. It's really hard to explain. I sound crazy right now, but I don't know how to explain it. But that's the best way that I could explain it. Sorry. I don't know. I just want to know, has anybody else out there heard any chanting, arithmetic like chanting, arithmetic like crazy noises when they were younger? Like, I want to know if I was the only one that ever experienced that. I remember there was one time where I stayed up all night. Like, I think I probably blacked out from being so tired, and I woke up because I was scared that I just realized that, hey, I'm asleep and I'm having a nightmare. Let me wake up. I think that's what happened. And when I woke up, the sun was coming up, but it was still kind of dark. And in my room, there was like a whole bunch of different like images like random shit, like I don't know, like random shit. And then like I looked into the closet. Like my closet is like I always now keep my closet doors closed. Like they cannot be open. If they're open, I can't sleep. And I'm pretty sure it's because of this experience that I'm about to tell you. I remember one morning, I couldn't sleep. I was up till sunrise, and it was still kind of dark. And then I looked into the closet, and the door was open, and I saw the skeleton. Yeah, a skeleton, about probably like 5 feet. And it was looking at me, and it was like doing this, like come over here. And I was just like, no. And it kept just doing like smiling, like come over here. And I was just like, nah, man, fuck that, you know. I just stayed up. I was like scared as fuck, dude. And when the sun finally, I just stared at it the whole time, like shocked, like holy shit. Why? What is that? Why does it want me to come over? Like, I didn't want to blink. I didn't want to close. I didn't want to go to sleep. I didn't want to move. I was just there in my covers, like probably sweating my balls off because I didn't want to be under the hot ass covers because it's fucking Miami and it's hot as fuck in Miami. But there I was under the fucking blankets, staring at this fucking skeleton, like trying to like, I don't know, like I really didn't want to go over there. And when the sun came up, it faded. Like it went away. I didn't see it anymore after that. But yeah, like whatever it was, those weird demonic synchronizing noises or whatever, it sounded extremely demonic and extremely scary. Like it horrified me every time I heard it, and it would happen every single night. Even if I didn't want it to happen, like I would try really hard sometimes to go to sleep, and I could not go to sleep. Like I would just stay up, and it was as if it was doing it on purpose so I could hear it. It didn't mess with my brothers or sisters. Like I asked my brother about it, and he was just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You know, and I was just like, "Wow, I guess I'm the only one ever that is experiencing this." I mean, I said nothing to my family because they were very strict and Christian, and even at that age, I knew they would probably think I was being bad if I said something about that. You know what I'm saying? Because they made you feel bad about that stuff. You know how Christian parents could be sometimes. So, yeah, that's my experience. I would see like crazy shit. Like I don't even know how to explain it. With the static and the cobwebs or whatever, they'll form like different creatures and things. But what was weird is that my brothers and sisters saw it too, but only in I still see it. I don't know if they still see it, but my brothers and sisters seen it too. No matter what apartment or wherever we went to, they seen it too. Like my older sister said that she seen the static and the cobwebs. I don't know if my whole family just had that gift or what, if it was even a gift or what. Like, I don't know. But they said they saw the static and the cobwebs or whatever, too. And my sister was like, oh, it turns into, like, a Barbie doll sometimes. I remember it did that. I was like, really? My older sister, she said it turned into Barbie. Of course, she would see something nice, and then I would see something horrifying, like a fucking skeleton. You know? But anyway, yeah, that's basically what I have to say about this situation. I will tell you about the other situation I have when I slept over my aunt's house and I seen ghosts. I'll talk to you later. Bye.